Martin and Chelsea Matthews here, talking about having honest money conversations. This is so important for anyone that you make financial decisions with, whether it's your spouse, your boyfriend, girlfriend,
your business partner,
your kids, your business partner,
your side chick.
You're probably not making financial decisions with your side chick.
Yeah, you're just giving them
And if you
some
have
money.
a side chick, you got some other issues to worry about.
If you got a side chick, you're probably just sponsoring them. You're
probably
sponsoring
not
your side
having
chick.
money conversations with your spouse or your side chick because you're trying to hide the shit.
You don't tell your spouse about your side chick, apparently. Actually, just don't have a side chick.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay, so having honest money conversations, not lies, not cheating, honest, being ethical. This is something that we do very often. And even though we're in the financial industry, we help many, many clients to reach their financial goals, we're still evolving ourselves. We still are working towards financial goals. It's not like we just have our goals and they're all met and we have it all figured out because we help people with their money. No.
You never want to be in that condition where you have no other goals that you're going after.
Right. And you also want to, in this honest conversation, you want to make sure to listen more than you just talk, to hear what the other person has to say so that you can actually work towards your financial goals. So I'll give you an example. Martin and I, we have our goals and our targets written down. We've discussed them over the years, but recently we sat down and we talked about, like, what is your ideal life? Just to kind of check in and see, hey, is there anything different that you're wanting or any new goals, or like, how are we doing with reaching the financial goals and targets that we have? Like, one of my goals is I want to be able to travel to tropical islands all over the world. Well, that takes time and it takes money, right? We can't just like pick up tomorrow. We have an office that we're running. We have, well, now an adult son that lives with us. He is now 18. And so there's some planning involved, right? We can't just pick up and leave and do whatever we want. We have responsibilities. We have other goals. And so we got to put a plan in place. Like, how can we create the time and money to make that happen? And so by looking at honestly, where are we in our finances, and are our actions getting us closer to our goals? And so in that specific goal, traveling to tropical islands all over the world, well, what does something like that cost? And then in addition to being able to cover all of our financial expenses and responsibilities, and the things that we're doing now, is that getting us closer to being able to do that? So we may look at things like, hey, maybe we don't go out to eat all the time every night. Maybe we don't go on trips every weekend, right? Because if we want to be able to do this other target and goal that's going to take more time and resources, maybe we want to put some of our extra money into somewhere that it's going to grow, somewhere that it's going to multiply, somewhere that we can create that life that we want to live.
Yeah. So look, this isn't about denying yourself some of the different things that you want to do. It's actually about producing at higher levels. But actually, the underlying thing is you've got to have conversations about it. If you don't talk with your spouse or your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your business partner, all these different things about what you want to do and what the goal is and what the target is, how are you ever going to get there? So having clear, transparent conversations about money. And the reality is most people don't know the state of their financial condition. You don't know how much money you have and different things. You don't know what your net worth is. And this is not just from somebody who doesn't have a lot of money. This happens with a lot of people who are affluent financially. They still have mysteries on the subject of their finances. They don't know how much money they have in a bank. Some of them have investments account. They have no idea how much money is in an investment account. They don't know where they have money in these different places. You don't know what your business is worth. When's the last time you checked to see? You're spending all this time building a business. When's the last time you evaluated to see what the business is worth? These are all honest money conversations and straight money conversations you need to have. Do you know if you're overpaying your taxes or not? Do you know if you're using the right strategies for you? So if you don't know that, when are you going to have that discussion? If you can't have that discussion with your spouse, your financial person, all these different things, it means to some degree you're not confronting that area. And in any area of your life that you're unwilling to confront, that area is controlling you. So any area of your life that you're not willing to confront, that area is controlling you.
So I'll give you another example of one of our ideal goals and targets is to be in our best health and fitness. And that's really important to us because for one, we want to be in our best condition. We want to be able to enjoy life, to feel good, to be strong, to be able to survive if shit hits the fan and we got to go become superheroes. And so instead of, just like I was saying, and Martin was saying, it's not about depriving yourself. It's about looking at what are your priorities. So instead of eating out all the time, then we put our resources towards working with a trainer who helps us with our workouts and our nutrition. And so we're making sure that we're taking the right actions. And instead of it feeling like depriving ourselves, we feel good because we know our actions are getting us to our goals. And so it becomes very clear of what you are going to do and what you're not going to do. And then it becomes very clear of where you put your resources. So if something comes along that's a really good opportunity or really fun, exciting adventure, then you can look at, okay, is this going to get me closer to my goals or is it going to take me off track of my goals? And then it makes it very clear, a yes or a no. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I can't give myself this, or, oh, I can't have this. It's like, no, we feel good about the decisions that we're making because it's getting us in the right direction. And it's also a great way for couples, business partners to get on the same page because it's important to talk about, like, what is your ideal life? What's your financial goals? How much money do you want to make? What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Where do you want to go? What adventures do you want to have?
Yeah.
And so you need to have, like, one thing, I love tropical islands. Martin wants to go to Alaska he wants to do a cruise in Alaska. It sounds awful to me, but I would never think to do that. But it's something that's really important to him. And so it could be a fun adventure. And so if I didn't know that that was something that he wanted to do, and he didn't know that I wanted to go to tropical islands, then we may feel like we're missing out something in life. And then we could even like resent each other because we're not living the life that we want to live. So it's important to discuss what are the things that are important to you? What does it take to have those things? And then what are the actions to get yourself there? So,
and that's one of the things Chelsea and I do. So we constantly confront our financial position all the time, no matter what the financial position is. And so you always want, so here's the thing, in our business, every week we keep stats in our business. We look at the finances of the business. Yeah, we have an accountant and everything, but the accountant is not running my business. Who's running my business? We are. So if I'm running a business, don't I need to know the state, the financial condition the business is in? If I'm running a household, don't I need to know the financial condition the household is in? So how am I going to, and how often do I want to know that? I want to know that as often as I can. So every week every day I look at my money, look at cash accounts, and I look at it and confront it every day. Every week, Chelsea and I would go through stats in our business and we look at the stats and we look at the finances and we make adjustments and changes based on what we're trying to do. And then also, we then go and look at our goals and objectives and we have a financial monitoring system. So we put all of our numbers in our financial monitoring system, all of our assets, any liabilities, all these different things. We put it all together. Business, what is the business worth? What is our share? Because understand, Chelsea and I are not just husband and wife. We're partners in life. We're also partners in our business. We're co-owners of the business. So the legal structure is Chelsea owns portion of the business. I own portion of the business. You get it? So there's a legal structure here. So how does that combine as a household? So we look at doing those things. We confront those things all the time. Now, this is very revealing to people because we have clients who go through the same process and we show them how to look at go in there and we help them put their numbers in this financial planning system that we have. So when they do that, it's very revealing because then they can really understand the condition they're in financially, but more importantly, what steps to take to do the things they want to do. What is the purpose for this money, this money, this money? All your money needs to have a purpose. Otherwise, if it doesn't have a purpose, guess what? It leaves you. It wanders in the abyss. That's why people sometimes they make money, but they don't know where their money goes because that particular piece of money doesn't have a purpose. So we put our own numbers into all the stuff we're talking about doing, we do ourselves. Become your own bank, all these different things, all these strategies. These are things we've been doing for years for ourselves. Our son just turned 18. he's had a become your own bank policy for years. Okay, so understand these are things we've implemented for a long time, and then we share with people what we're doing. Matter of fact, we're going to have him. We got to do his power of attorney because now he's 18 years old. His
Health directive.
His health directive. Now he's 18 years old, so he's got to have his own power of attorney. All
How
these
old
different
is he?
things. 18. So understand. These are the things you got to do, and those are the things we're doing and we have done. So we can help you to do these things if you want help in these areas.
So we want to hear from you if you're having money conversations, if this is something challenging for you, and if it's something that you would like help with, mapping out what are your ideal what's your ideal life? What's your targets and goals? And how can you financially get there? If you'd like help mapping it out and taking those action steps to get there, reach out. We want to hear from you and we're happy to help.
All right. So, hey, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time. Let's roll. Okay. So.
Good job.
Good job.